My translation project aims to translate data from a randomly organized text-based format into a form which is cohesive, easy to view, organized, and orderly, and focuses on translating data in the form of a to-do list of events from a text-based, randomly arranged representation into a visually intuitive, color-coded, calendar-based representation. The project takes on the form of a to-do list computer program designed to take user inputs in a close to natural language format. The program automates the translation process and synchronizes the data onto Google Calendar, where they are displayed in a visually intuitive form. Here's introducing Calendarizer, the app designed to achieve the effect of this translation process. A user keys in tasks in a close to natural language text-based representation. Calendarizer app automates this translation process and synchronizes the translated data onto Google Calendar. The translated data, a visually intuitive calendar-based representation of the task, is displayed on Google Calendar. Here's a demonstration. The list on the right represents the data in its pre-translated form, which mimics how a user would type the data into this app. I will now show you how a user performs this translation. The task immediately gets translated in form and appears in its respective place on Google Calendar, already in its visually intuitive form. Notice how the task appears in the date which was entered in the text. This visual representation of the date makes it easy for the user to know when the task is due or when the event is happening. I shall now add a few more tasks. We can see that some tasks represented in their texture form have priority statuses. This priority data is then translated into a color code, with red being high priority, yellow being medium priority, and green being low priority. I shall now add a task which has priority data into the calendar, and you will be able to see how it is visually represented. We shall now fast forward to the stage where all the data on the left pane has been fully translated into its visually intuitive form. As you can see, we have an entire month full of events which are nicely organized. The translation involves displaying the randomly arranged text-based data into a visually intuitive calendar format. By slotting the tasks into different time and date sections of the calendar, one is able to immediately visually observe the chronological order of the events and know which event is coming up first, or which task is due first. Color-coding the events in the calendar in the order of the priority of tasks gives the user a visual feedback which immediately emphasizes importance. With a week view and a month view in the calendar, one is able to choose the scale to which he or she wishes to view all the events entered. While this translation greatly enhances the representation of textured data, there is a certain compromise to it. A calendar month view shrinks the sizes of the tasks down significantly, thereby truncating long descriptions of particular tasks. The original source, which involves textual representations of the data, may be more effective in communicating a long description of the task. Thank you for watching this video demonstration of the Calendarizer translation app. If you'd like to try it out in person, it can be downloaded from the URL shown here. However, do note that it is still in early stages of development, and you will have to read the tutorial on how to set up Calendarizer properly before it can be used for translating data.